Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. This rather late afternoon, I'm afraid. Proverbs chapter 7, and we're looking at verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked out through my lattice. And Solomon is building this on from the protection that God's word brings to us and the avoidance of being drawn into the snare of the adulterous one. And that's anything that seduces you. And when he says these words, I looked out of the window of my house, what he's saying is the reality of who I am, the me. I looked out of me. And, this sense of looking out onto what's there from within who we are. Our body is a temple. It's like a house for our soul and our spirit. And we need to make sure that we protect our soul and our spirit because it's easily lured and deceived. Eve was deceived, Adam was deceived in his spirit to be distracted, and his soul was contaminated. And ever since then, we've had a distraction in us, a sort of a weakness that draws us away to the wrong place. And we need to be mindful of that. And so when Solomon says, I looked out of my house, what he's saying is, I saw from within myself out there what was there, and I knew that I had to be aware. And so he goes on and says, I looked through my lattice, and the lattice is this idea that we are looking from within ourselves, looking outwards. And what are we looking for? We're looking for the enemy, and we're also looking for what is good as well. When God's word comes to our lives, it comes to us in such a way that we acknowledge it as being, yeah, that's a good word. I'm going to hold fast to that. Things like, do not be afraid and do not be anxious, and trust in the Lord with all your heart, and things like do not let yourself be distracted or give yourself to righteousness, stuff that's going to be helpful. And what Solomon is saying is we need to go and soak up the goodness of God in the things that he has said, promises that he's made, insights that he's revealed to us. Go and soak up all of the good stuff and get it into you. Because if you get it into you, it will help you. But he says, beware of all the bad stuff. And where we have allowed ourselves to be contaminated by the bad, we need to learn to let go of it as we realise that it's bad for us. So just because it's in us and we do it, it doesn't mean that it's right that it should stay there. Neither does it mean that we can't get free from it. Now we're Christians, God releases us from all of our captivities. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.